Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well, and as mentioned earlier in a previous video, I said I might be back to show a very cool premium piece that I picked up over the weekend. And so that's why this little Volvo, let's give it a zoom on, this little Volvo Amazon Estate, I think it's a P220 Amazon Estate, if I remember rightly. Let's have a little look. Yeah, Volvo P220 Amazon Estate. And when this came out, I want to say, was it 2 years ago now? I think so. I couldn't wait to get it when I seen it, or when I seen it, actually managed to come across it. I like the colour. I like the fact that it's been lowered. You do occasionally see these around where I live. And Volvos, it's funny, Volvos, at least in this country where I'm from, in the UK, have always been classed as sort of granddad cars for older people. Very boring, very well made, sort of like a last forever, you know, big old tank. And I know Volvos are very popular and still are very popular over in America and other parts of the world, but over here, these have always had a name synonymous with old people, but they are now starting to get cool, some of the older cars. So like this one is very cool. Actual fact, when it came out, it was a very cool car. The original version was quite cool, but this version, like I said, because it's lowered, as you can see, it does sit very low. And so this was a cool piece for me to pick up. And like I said, a lot of this the surfery type people, I know, like I said, there's one or two around my way, funnily enough, who do drive these old estates, as we call them over here in this country, or wagons if you're over stateside. They are starting to use these, just like the Volkswagen scene. There is like the scene for these now. And I believe there's another version of this. There's a yellow version of this, but I was never one for that. I just thought this green suits it so well. So anyway, so this is the first Volvo. We go, just getting a little bit of extra detail. I think I've got a bit too far with the zoom there. Just bear with me a minute. Let's see if we can go back a bit. There we go. So like I said, we've all seen this very cool piece. So that's the Volvo Amazon. So anyway, the piece I picked up was this. So we'll just zoom out again a little bit. Very cool 1973 Volvo 140 GL, and this came out, I'm trying to think when this came out now. I think the first version of this was in green, funnily enough, if I remember rightly. I think it was a dark green, or was it blue? Green or blue. And as usual over here, at least where I live in the UK, it's very rare. We get premium cars. There's a few places that do premium cars, but the trouble is there's no real big retailers that do lots and lots and lots. We miss out on a lot of the car culture series, unfortunately. And we have to sort of go through the pickings, and this set had just dropped. I come across it by chance, and as soon as I seen this orange Volvo, I snagged this one, as I do like Volvos, at least the older Volvos. They were all there, unfortunately, apart from the Cosworth. That's another one that I would have probably got, but wasn't too fussed about that one, as I've got quite a few Porsches in my collection. And I've got quite a few mainline versions of these two, so I wasn't really, even though they're great castings and great cars in real life, I've actually owned one of them. It wasn't the M5 variation, unfortunately. It was, I can't remember what it was now. It was a 530D, but it was the same shape 5 Series as that. But these were the two I was after, and unfortunately there was none of them, but there was one of these, so I've got it. So before we open it, just say a little bit of information about it. So the Volvo 440 series is a series of mid-sized cars produced by Volvo, obviously, from about 1966 to 1974. These took over from the Amazon, from what I've researched. From about, like I said, from about 66 to 1974. They were split into the 142, the 144, and the 145 models, each differing by their number of doors, from what I can gather. So they were all very similar the door numbers differed, you know. So anyway, so this is the 142 and this is a coupe. So without further ado, let's crack it open and take a closer look. So what is it? It is the Canyon Warriors. I think I should have mentioned that earlier. I believe, funnily enough, I think it was the last Volvo and the last mix, I think was the chase piece, wasn't it? I think it was there was a black version of this that everybody was trying to get, but like I said, I missed the last version of this in the last colour. We did even see it where I live, but I've got it in this very cool, what looks like, it's like a metallic, you can see all the flake in it there. Awesome metallic colour. But again, I remember these, not the 2-door. I don't think I've ever seen a 2-door. I've seen a 4-door version. But again, it's got exactly the same wheel pattern as on this, them sort of multi-spoke wheels, a bit like mini lights. There was a set of wheels once called mini lights, I think, that were like this. But I just really like the standard sort of feel with this slightly modified. So it's had the bumpers taken off, or they've done it without the bumpers and they've lowered it. So, but it's not overly customized. It's not been completely smoothed out. It does still have, not the pinstripe, that would have been a metal, like a chrome strip along there back in the day. I'm just trying to see, you can see the interior. I don't know if it's got any rear seats or not, I can't tell. So we can get some extra zoom on so we can see. Don't know. But it is very nicely done. If you like this type of thing, like, so for me, I think it's cool. So we'll look underneath. So there we go. 1970s or 73 Volvo 142 GL. Copyright 22. So it's right up to date. So anyway, so that was that. So I was really happy to find that. Would have loved to have found the Cosworth, but unfortunately somebody had gone in there and got snagged all the Cosworths, but that's no problem. Hopefully one day I'll come across one of the premium Cosworths. But anyway, that is that piece, and there is the other one. So two very cool retro Volvos. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more premium pieces very soon. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching. Take care.